the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets, let's get it.
The opening tip corralled by the Hawks. They've got it first as we're underway in Atlanta. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to appear in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected
board,
by
maybe it is
the
board.
Utah Jazz. To the rim, lays it up and in.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Hell.
Screen coming. Isaiah Thomas. Good start. He's made his first shot.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
2.
Shot from the lane won't go.
I knew they cheesy. I couldn't get no
From the
foul.
painted area won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Jokic to Will Barton. They get it down to Millsap. Paul Millsap. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Over to the right side. To Millsap. Thomas.
No,
And
sir.
he
Let's go.
can't get it to go down. It's no good. Pass there,
Oh,
taken away
stop.
by Denver. The drive, right to the
Get that out of here.
Oh,
Out there looking like
Get that out of here.
Mutombo.
took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
Eat him.
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Why are you even guarding a bad shooter that close in the first place? This is psychological warfare. Leave him open. Make him think about it before he shoots it.
It's Isaiah Thomas. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Mo Bamba. Inside, he scores.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Millsap. A lot of contact. Shots no good, and no foul.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Denver's got it, and they call the foul. Careful there, Chet.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Close to getting a steal.
J. Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this. He will be one of the future centers in the game. And for all the fans at home, let me give you my top 5 centers real quick. I'll go with Joel Embiid, number 1, 2, DeMarcus Cousins, 3, Cat, Jokic at 4, and then rounding it all off, Rudy Gobert. Take that one. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit
Got
quicker.
Nikola
That would've been a
Vucevic in there.
steal.
Just enough imbalance.
That top 5 ain't right.
Knocks down the first. And he hits the second. Almost settles for a 2-3 trip. To DiVincenzo. offensive board. Murray into the front court. 10-6, our score.
Give me that.
With a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Get another one.
Has a chance. The shot by Murray, no good. Oh, pass
Oh,
stolen by the Nuggets. Nuggets with the basketball. To Will Barton.
Turnover
Take stock of the
right now. I
floor.
gotta clean it up.
Beyond the arc for three. His first effort off the mark.
Let's
Rocking
go.
the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Give me
Jamal
that.
Murray. Missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Throw it up
Smith
over him,
with
bro.
the basketball. 12-6, our score. Tough looking shot there. Still
makes
gets it to go down.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
The Hawks will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's...
Let's go, fellas. It's go time. Substitutions.
Thomas to Jokic. Goes to the right side. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Nuggets have the possession. The big
that
man,
out.
Len, up for the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position.
I did not
I
mean
see
to
everybody
pass that,
squatted
man.
down,
I'm making
really
sloppy
active with their
passes
hands.
right now.
That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Oh, come on, man. You forced me all the way to the right. Come on, T. You got to be stronger than that.
Almost, and he's not getting the call.
You might as well bring the ball up.
Jay, it
Hey,
wasn't
I'm
that
bringing
long
it up.
ago. Atlanta won 60 games. Right now, what's the outlook for this franchise?
Well,
Ah,
the general
man.
manager, Travis Schlenk, has done a really good job in trying to build the culture, the right culture for the Atlanta Hawks.
least 8 turnovers.
And that starts with their head coach in Lloyd Pierce. He got him as an assistant coach with the Philadelphia 76ers, and now he can also steal that tagline for the Hawks. It's time to trust the process all over again, but now in Atlanta, Georgia.
No good.
Ah, come
Looked like
on.
he may have gotten him there.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's
Come
coming
on, how's
to,
that not
but
a
quickly
steal?
redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
And he hits.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Baseline drive.
Heck no.
Isaiah Thomas. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Pass there, taken away
Ah.
by Denver.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively. You try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate.
Come on,
if your conditioning
man,
is
that
bad,
hurts.
you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Whistled for the foul.
This is crazy.
Chance coming up at the free throw line.
I can't pass
Will
it to
Barton
nobody.
At the line. First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Here's Atlanta.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Thomas with the basketball. They're down 3. Here comes the screen. Barton
Get out there.
lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Thomas.
Beat that, man. Thank you.
Denied. As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
And 1.
And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
I hate that layup.
And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both.
Oh,
Hits the
come on.
first, misses the second. Thomas into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first
He's
half.
weak. Let's go.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets.
Oh, man, he was right in
Thomas.
front of me, and he got the steal.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
Ed, let's bring it back to the fundamentals here. You have to follow through on
Oh,
that.
stop it,
Pass
man.
there taken away by Denver. Barton into the front court. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. To Thomas.
This is just crazy, bro.
4-3. Can't
I know where I'm
connect.
going
It's
with
no
the ball
good.
before I even go with it. And 1. Oh, come on. Oh, my goodness.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
Why I didn't even think of that.
Late heave to beat the buzzer.
There's so many
First half
steals
in
in
the
this
books. The Hawks with the lead.
He had to break the record already.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jay, the Nuggets bring a lot back. They go out and sign a guy like Isaiah Thomas. There's a lot to work with on this roster.
Yeah, and they also got Will Barton, which was huge for them this offseason. That's exactly what Mike Malone is trying to do. He's trying to build the identity of this team. And I've heard coaches talk about this for a long time, Ed. I'd rather have talent and mold that talent than have no talent and have an identity.
To Thomas. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Prince there for the rebound. To Crawford. Thomas across the timeline. His guys down 3. To Jokic. Here's a chance from long range. Hits the
Oh,
trifecta.
my
Ooh,
goodness.
welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
count the basket inside.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Denver ball right now. Thomas to Millsap. Screen coming.
That's me.
Goes
And
reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
And the denial.
This game is
Stop it.
all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
As always.
I got ball. I got ball. That's me.
To Crawford.
Run it.
Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
Knocked away. Was it coming down? Yes, it was. Goaltending.
That was a block.
Coach
I'll
has
take
seen
it.
enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
What do I got to do to get a foul, man? I mean, come on. Oh, they made me go for the steal.
And the rebound comes down to Collins.
What the heck just happened, bro? I just lost the ball for no reason.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Shot from the lane won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Here we go. I got him.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Down low, Collins. Oh, pass stolen by the
Oh,
Nuggets.
come on, Collins. You got to make a move.
Murray into the front court. His group now down 2. Here comes the screen.
Oh, block.
Look at him dive for the loose ball. Pass there, taken away
I
by
hit.
Denver.
Oh.
Fires the 3. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Curling inside. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Man, I wish I could dunk.
Hawks coming
This
off a
layup stuff's getting on
24-win
my nerves.
season, Jay, but not 1, not 2, but 3 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, they got a big-time shooter in Kevin Herter from Maryland. They got Omari Spellman, who won a national championship with Villanova, highly utilized in pick and pop. And then they got a very polarizing pick in Trae Young, who set college basketball on fire, one of the most gifted scorers you have in this draft.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes.
Come on, y'all. Let's go get it. It's on up.
Thomas to
Good pick up.
Millsap. No good. Defense catching a break there.
I got him. Here we go.
Runners good there.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Nuggets have the possession to Alonzo Trier.
Give me that.
Good. Off a spin.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
It's
Oh,
blocked by
stop.
Millsap.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much
Come
more confidence
on,
to
man.
really apply more pressure.
Thomas with the basketball. His
Man,
guys
5-5,
now trailing
making
by a
leap
point.
pass, leap steals.
Barton to Thomas. Oh, he had him there for a second.
No, sir.
Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Dang, I ran too much.
Thomas to Will Barton. For three, not going down here. Short jumper stays out.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Hawks have it.
Two.
Plenty of contact.
My
The shot
goodness.
no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Thomas to Millsap. From long range. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
And I don't know why the defense
Right
continues
in
to
my
help on
boy's
guys
face,
that drive.
though, bro.
Make them
Come
take
on.
shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. It was right there. Thomas into the front court. Leads a bucket. Gets it in the right corner. Alonzo Trier to Thomas.
Help.
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
A lot of questions looming about whether he can truly get back to 100% after that horrible hip surgery. Remember, though, this guy averaged 28 points per game just a couple of years ago.
Thank you. Finally.
And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good. 3-point play. Gets them back to within a point.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
Ew,
And a
let's
foul.
go.
He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Off the mark at the line.
Goodness gracious. Get that out.
Block shot.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball.
Give me that.
Especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oh,
It's good.
my
It's
goodness.
good. A fantastic
right in
finish.
this man's
They've
face,
won it
bruh.
in the final seconds.
We just can't get a win. They might as well let him hit the corner 3 in my face. He had more space on that one.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.